Hello? Hello? Testing. Hello? Can you hear me okay? I can hear me okay. That's a good sign. It's me. It's the Stoic Man, the philosopher robot entity guy that's here to show you more of everyone's favorite double-decade-old game, MMORPG, Final Fantasy XI in the year of our Lord, 2023. We're paladining today, which means that we're also going to be greatsword palading today, everyone's favorite. Dark paladining. We're going to continue building the meta, and soon you're going to see everyone using a greatsword. And how exciting would that be? It would be very exciting. At that point, though, I would be hella done with the greatsword, dude. Oh man. All right, where are we going? Cartilage Citadel? Someone way in the back says or shouts, much to the chagrin of everyone else. Yeah, sure, that sounds good. We're 46. We jumped up a little bit since the last time that you've seen and or heard. You know, because news spreads fast, man. It's a small world. We're all interconnected with our phones and our 8-track tapes and our cans, like bean cans that are like tied together with like a little bit of string. It's hard to keep anything from anyone anymore. You can take a chocobo. Before I actually build a party, as we are wont to do, I am going to physically check the camp to make sure that we are not running aground of any other party who may also be partaking. Typically, people try to stay as far away from Cartilage Citadel as they can. Just from like a self-preservation instinct perspective. But we don't fly like that here. If it's particularly dangerous or unpleasant, we beeline for that shit. I was going to stream on Saturday. That did not, and I actually was not going to stream on Horizon on Saturday, which I know is borderline illegal, but you know, that's how it be sometimes. It was going to be Tears of the Kingdom, but not just any Tears of the Kingdom. Legally emulated Tears of the Kingdom in quad HD, or as close as I could get it while not compromising the boiling point of my processor. Because the legally emulating Switch games is extremely oppressive on a processor's ability to just exist. So I had to hit a delicate balance between having the game be consistently above 50 frames while not looking like dog shit, and while being able to run the software required for me to project my visage onto your fun screen, and also run OBS in the background to capture. My processor was not top of the line, but I would say very well regarded circa 4 or 5 years ago. But it is no longer 4 or 5 years ago. And Switch emulation be a hell of a drug. Sorry, I have to say this every time to make sure that Nintendo's lawyers understand that I took the digital keys, the certificate that is the string of ones and zeros that form the fabric of my Switch's soul, and a legally purchased digital copy that I have not distributed, nor do I intend to distribute in any way to anyone else of Tears of the Kingdom. It's hard to emulate that shit. Apparently, it's very like my graphics card has like 10 times the horsepower of my processor, even though it's not like a real direct comparison because they do totally different functions. But you're kind of getting the vibe of what I'm saying, I'm sure. But that was because I had believed until I had started doing testing on legal Switch emulation on Saturday, which I've done before, but this is the first time with Tears of the Kingdom. I just wanted to see if it would even work, and I had to do so much testing, flipping levers up and down, rebooting the game probably at least 20-30 times, and even the compromise isn't perfect because, as you know, a computer and a Switch are two different types of technology. So the way that the computer behaves, at least at this current juncture, is different than it would on the Switch, and that the Switch was never intended to go above 30 frames per second. I'm almost convinced, unless the game is like literally just a pixel game. Nor can it really accomplish that when anything more than like 3 PS2 era objects, 3D objects are on screen at the same time. It just like it shits its pants. It's like, I don't know what you want from me. Is this little tunnel area actually open? It's kind of shocking, to be honest with you. There is a Beastmaster that is down here killing stuff relatively close to the entrance. So let us see if we can't go a little bit further in to avoid the stuff that he's typically going for, because we're gonna want to chain together these bats anyway, if we can. They're very susceptible to dying. Is this person soloing? I hate that for me. That's okay. We're gonna decloak here. Oh no, he's going somewhere else. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Switch emulation is hard. I got it to work. I didn't get it to work in time to stream. I am confident, because I ran a stress test for 3 hours, that my computer will not spontaneously catch on fire when I start streaming it on Wednesday. Like, they should just, if they don't want me to legally emulate my shit, which is like a huge laborious process, they need to just release a Switch 2, man. Like, just do it. Like, people are gonna buy it, man. See all, and if anyone is in chat that has a level 46 to, I don't know, 56 to avoid the experience ceiling, just let me know in like the next 3 minutes. Level sync 46, party, do you need it? Position, bottom floor, Garland Citadel. Any job should be fine. And now we wait. I sent this over to my link shell because I want to make sure that if anyone is interested, that they have the opportunity to do it. But Tears of the Kingdom, when it's not running at like 15 to 20 frames per second at 720p, it actually looks great. And I actually feel bad for like the artists and stuff like that who basically just have to like reduce their stuff down to a blurry mess in order to still accommodate what is essentially a tablet from 2011. I mean, it's a good tablet. I mean, it was aged for its time anyway. See all 40. Okay, nobody's responding, so we will look. Invitation. There's actually a lot of people looking. Have to make sure that we take care of our... I don't remember who has Dispel, man. Dispel... Classic. Yeah, but who has it? Red mage. Okay, so red mage gets the spell because people are not gonna shut up about that unless they do actually do it. Hello, Xantos, my friend. He has redeemed. They say something stoic. Don't endure 1,000 blows only to give in to the last one. It's sort of self-evident in what it's trying to say, but it's basically saying like, don't actually try to take many difficult experiences and make something constructive out of them, only to let something happen to basically derail you from thinking that way. He do be hunting. He do be soloing. That's fine. There should be plenty. That shouldn't actually affect anything. He's fine to do that while we're looking for peoples. Is there any red mages or bards that are free in here? Like, they won't complain outwardly. Some might, but honestly, that's okay. We'll just start rallying the herd. Level sync 46. Party, do you need it? Position, early citadel, bottom floor. And we're gonna wait for this white mage to respawn because they are the only conventional main healer that is out and about and ready to get freaky. And by that, I mean participate in a 2-hour plus partying experience. Okay, they're on board. Which means that we can just fill in the rest with whatever seems good. I honestly have no preference literally whatsoever. Low level sync 6 party, do you need it? Position early citadel, bottom floor. Hello. Having a ranger is always nice. They're incredibly rare because it is a very expensive job. Okay, they said yes. And then we're gonna want something that is like a traditional pooler, which is also safer for me because in the unlikely event that people pull hate off of me, I'll be able to recover more easily with SATA. Low level sync 52 party. No, not 52. 46 party. Do you need it? Position. Approach citadel. Bottom floor. This is actually a really high number of people that are looking at the same time around this level range. So I'm very thankful for that. Low level sync 46 party. Do you need it? Position Garlic Citadel, bottom floor. Kendra that said yes. Okay, we have our puller then. Excellent. How you been doing, Xantos? Are you doing good? I hope so. I haven't seen you in a bit. I mean, in general. I think you said that you had something going on last time. Question mark? Something happening with something. Welcome. Looking for members. Let me see who I've acquired so far. White Mage, RNG, Thief, All, Evelyn, 4K. I've got Band 2. You might experience like a 2% experience loss for possibly 1 to 2 mobs. I don't blame this black mage if she does not want to join because she or he is concerned about a 2% experience loss for possibly 1 to 2 monsters. But they're on board, dude. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow.
Lots of work, also stuff on the weekends with my cousins. All 8 million of them. How are the ones that I've met? Like Zach. And I think that you talked about a couple of others that you have been trying to get into Foxhole. I don't know if that ever got resolved. Hello. Looking for 6. Okay, so we have all of the basic pieces that form the recipe for a successful party pie. Boy howdy, that was That was literature coming out of my mouth. Thief, white mage, paladin, ranger, black mage. And the black mage can help support. They should know to do that. See all 46, 56 invitation. So the last one we can just fill in with whatever. It doesn't really matter. Now, in anticipation of possibly not getting a bard or a red mage, I did buy a swimming pool's worth of orange juice, as I typically do in pre-prepping for situations like this, because I can't live without refresh anymore. It's such part and parcel with my kit now. I don't really need to be choosy. Like, all these things are good. So we'll reach out to this Beastmaster. That's fine. Level sync 46 party. You need it. Actually, let's see what the Sam wants. Hello. Level sync, because they might have a polearm, which would make this very slightly faster, even though I don't really care about that. Party, do you need it? Do you need it? Earlier Citadel, bottom floor. Zach is doing well. Nathan's back from law school, hopefully going to hang out more. Micah, technically first cousin once removed, is trying to make a video game, so I'm helping him by giving him my massive experience and being his ideas guy. Micah will be working for me this summer as well, possibly Nathan, depending on how things go. Nice! No problem. Might want to toss that in a search comment. He says that he wants a 50 sync. That is fine. Let's refresh the invite list. Any one of these 8,000 Beastmasters is fine. Let me, because I'm biased, let's grab a Bastock one. We'll sync. 36 party. Do you need it? Position. Earlier Citadel. Bottom floor. Gotcha. That makes sense to me. So Sam says that he might change his mind on basically picking up a bunch of like basic. This isn't what I wanted to say, but like basic bitch gear. this whatever fodder was the cheapest on to be like basically functional. A Beastmaster is fine. In fact, it's better than fine. People still have the muscle memory that is wrong, but they still have it. That Beastmaster cannot perform in like a party sense. Like, they were nerfed a little bit semi-recently, but they can still out DPS like crazy. It's like getting a Beastmaster in this day and age is like getting an extra 1.75 party members. Hello. House of Wife and Dog. Wife and Dog are great. I had retrieved an arguably way too expensive but good grilled ham and cheese sandwich for her from a local grilled ham and cheese and also beer dispensary. And I also grabbed jalapeno beer caps, aka just literally fried jalapeno bits, which are like better than they should be. Also way too expensive for what they are. But it was good. She seemed happy with it. I gave Dog a little bit of the grilled ham and cheese, not the jalapeno, because she's never had anything anywhere near remotely qualifying as spicy in her system, and I need to have her not have like a nuclear butthole for any amount of time if I can help it. Okay, so we need to start thinking about compositions for our skill chains, provided the party is willing to tolerate it, which up until this point they have. It's only like some Dunes people that have been like a little bit resistant to it, wrongly, but they've been resistant to it, and then I show them the way. Level. Where is my? I don't remember what my button is. This one? Where's my OBS button? Am I stupid? Hello? Where's my show my thing button? Okay, I don't know why it's not working. That's weird. I could have sworn it was just divide, whatever. So we're going to be swapping out equipment a fair amount. So they're not going to be able to rely on me to be part of the skill chain. If it comes to pass that I need to be an integral part of the skill chain, then I will deal with that if such a situation arises. But we know for sure we're going to have the thief, and they are going to be doing something probably with either Viper Bite or Wasp Sting, because I think that Dancing Edge comes later. I don't think they get Dancing Edge yet. I think that's level 50 or something around that. Yeah, they don't get it yet. So we're just gonna plug in Viper Bite and Wasp Sting because that amounts into the same, you know, hemisphere of elemental properties. 46. I said 46. Is it because I don't have numpad on? Was what was pissing it off? We have the Ranger. I don't know if the Ranger is... I'm gonna temporarily turn this off. There we go. The numpad wasn't on, that's what was bothering it. I'm going to look up what weapon they have, not because I'm going to judge it or say anything about it other than what it is. Because I need to see what type of weapon skills they're likely to be using. I could just ask them, honestly, but they're doing shit right now, so that's fine. They are using a bow, which is good for me. And thieves, especially thief nins, typically get pretty quick TP. What else do we have? The Beastmaster. The issue with the Beastmaster is that they're going to want to use Avalanche Axe, and Avalanche Axe's elemental properties for their weapon skills have been changed. Why? I don't know, because fuck me, I guess, when trying to plot this shit out. It's like you says, I can't see. The bot said I'm sending messages too quickly. I said, don't worry, it's just my bad service. I appreciate you all the same. Thank you. Your messages may have not sent on a technical level, but on a spiritual level, I did feel them, and they're resonating with me in real time. But just for fun, just for shits and giggles, we'll throw an Avalanche Axe in there and see if it does anything. It's not going to be right. Let me ask. Back was looking at SE's stuff. Borgo, do you have a preferred weapon skill? And we're gonna wait to see what they respond with. Hopefully they say they don't care what weapon skill they use, because that's gonna make it easier for me. Yep, that's fine, Link. Are you up to using piercing arrow so Thief can SATA Viper Bite into a ice SE that ice water SE should kill beetles real fast? Let's see what they say. I can't imagine that the power level between Flaming Arrow and Piercing Arrow are that different. So hopefully they are willing to work with the Thief so that the Thief can then SATA Sneak Attack, Trick Attack, Viper Bite into an Ice Water SE. Any of the holes are fine, just make sure you are sneaked and invised, I think. As soon as you drop down, you will be able to see where I am. I'm in a little tunnel. Yep. Piercing, arrow, Viper Bite, ice, water, MB. And that should do work. Based off of my personal experience, in most cases, unless the Thief or the Ranger are particularly MLG, they should get TP at roughly the same rate. The Ranger might get TP really, really fast, depending on how much range accuracy stuff they stack on themselves. I think this. Let me check this to be sure. I think this ranger is rank 10. Now that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Hello, Ruffles Chan. What I was gonna say is that the ranger being rank 10 doesn't necessarily mean anything. It does mean that they know what they're doing to the extent that they can get rank 10 to begin with. I'm just gonna check them. Be real discreet about it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're just part and parcel with all sorts of fucking raid shit. That's a lot of rack. If you start looping the thief like crazy with TP, then feel free to. I'll trust your judgment. Whatever. We are sinking to 46. So that's actually Ruffles reminded me. I did a little spring cleaning on the audio redeem portion of the channel, like the channel point redeems, eloquently put self. So you can more easily see what it is that you're actually redeeming. I might actually lower the cost of them. Because like 400 channel points is something that you can get when you're not a subscriber in about 1.5 hours or so.
Why?
I want to.
Why? Why? Why?
I love that one so much.
Why?
I want people to be able to spam the funny noises if they want to.
This guy stinks!
I might take that one out. That was a trap, man. No, you stink. My food is all kinda the gear mouth feel I'm going for. I feel ya.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be mad?
Periodically through the party, I'll be swapping weapons around. When you see me get out the GS, please do not be alarmed. I promise you will never be in danger. It's always good to be super reassuring to them right out of the gate. Typically, I wait until like half an hour, 45 minutes into the party when they have visual feedback that I'm not actually going to let their lives be ended by whatever, you know, flora or fauna happens to be populating the environ. But I'm just gonna toss it out there now. I'm gonna take their dead silence as read, which is that they feel taken care of and enveloped in a ever-arcing, everlasting wrap, like a burrito wrap of safety. Such is their confidence that they don't need to say anything. They just know that I will treat their partying experience as if it was my child. Aw.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Maybe a little bit of danger, but you won't actually die. Exudes confidence. Oh man, they love it. All right, it's gonna take a minute for these guys to coalesce into the tunnel. I'm gonna take I'm gonna go to little Stoic's room. I did already, but I already drank half my body weight in Rockstar or original flavor, so I need to BRB LOL. I will see you in 30 seconds. Do not go anywhere, or I'm going to be something resembling upset, but not really. BRB. We are back. I have returned. See, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, exactly. What is? I don't know what that symbol is called. Bracket? It's not a bracket. Bracket's something different. Parentheses. What are those things called? It's not less than, more than, or is that literally what they're called? Let me look it up. What is a more than called? No, not what is a, like the word. I mean, what is the symbol called? Huh? The question mark is called a question mark. Question marks ask direct questions. Is someone I'm asking? What is this symbol called? Maybe it is less than, more than. It has no name. It's nameless. The nameless king. I don't understand. Whatever, we'll call it less than, more than. Yeah, that. Auto translate bio. Guy's done. There's a couple of beasts down here. They're allowed to do whatever it is that they want. It's, you know, I don't pay their free private server subscription. It does mean that at least for as long as that beetle survives, that one mob that we're going to be trying to go after is permanently taken out of the pool. But there are so many mobs down here that it really shouldn't affect anything. I don't think the big scorp comes in here. It normally just hangs out in the middle about waiting to get jumped. Oh, very good then.
Macaroni.
All that we're waiting on now is waiting for the fourth individual to get here, which should be soon. So I'm going to keep pressing funny buttons to amuse myself.
Oh, dude, 4 strength, 4 stam, leather belt. Ah, level 18.
That's what I'm talking about. Wow! Wow!
Mission complete.
The funny sounds. It please me.
Slow down, I'm gonna spurt. Sorry.
More.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way. Whoa.
I have like a soundboard that's dedicated to just like confused sounds.
Why?
But like I don't really feel the emotion of like actual
What the fuck?
confusion that often, so I don't get to hear a lot of these.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
Oh, fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
I don't know why over 9,000 is in surprise, but here you go.
It's over 9,000!
What are you doing, step bro?
I peeled out a lot of the sounds I don't feel we're ever gonna get used, like poggers and Segoy and stuff like that. I'm really happy with the soundboard selection that you guys have access to now. I'll just rotate them out like that. Like there are ways of getting more sounds on there. The particular site that I'm using in order to populate the redeem section with audio clips is limited to 10 redeems at once, which I think is that covers a pretty good number of like that's a pretty good amount of like coverage for the various emotions, you know? I don't know. Do people feel more than 10 things? I don't think so. I mean, just based off of my research, no. I could be wrong. I have been wrong in the past. The Beastmaster may have... Oh. There he goes. No, he fine. I tell you, he did.
A hunter must hunt. Yes, indeed.
I'm looking forward to playing Tears of the Kingdom. I mean, it is like 3 or 4 days after, or even 5 days, like after release, and we're gonna be playing it on Wednesday. But I feel like everybody gets to see it when it's on the original Switch hardware, aka like when it's objectively feels bad to look at sometimes and to play, I would imagine. I mean, that's super subjective. That's in my very personal opinion based off of footage that I've seen of it, is that when you try to interact with more than like 2 or 3 objects at a time on screen, the Switch chugs down to like 20-15 frames sometimes. And that was something I could never deal with SMT5. SMT5 looked amazing, and I could tell it looked amazing, but at just playing it felt like it was chugging so hard. Every 30 seconds, when you weren't looking at like a blank wall or like staring directly at the ground, if you were, it was like a solid 30, which sounds, which is some serious copium feeling stuff to say, but oh, this person's actually trying to get a key. Okay, that makes sense. In my mind, then, they have carte blanche to do whatever. So while we're waiting for the last individual to enter, I'm a Twitch affiliate. Twitch loves forcing affiliates and above to run ads. While ads support me, I don't like them. So I'll be taking steps throughout to make them as painless as possible. I do have some control over when they run, and I avoid running them whenever something big or neat is happening. Thankfully, there's an hour-plus consumable stream between chunks, with every chunk being about 90 seconds. I'll give you a heads up when they're coming, something to the effect of ads in a couple minutes. Now's a great time to browse Reddit, check Discord, get food, go to the bathroom, pet your dog, so on. You can avoid ads. Here comes the spiel. You can avoid ads entirely and help the channel by subscribing, which is free with Amazon Prime. And by free, I mean it's built into your subscription amount. I wonder if this Dendra person is lost. Unlikely, but it's possible. I don't think that Sarah Mog Champagne is a song. Not that I necessarily have anywhere to be. Okay, they have just said that they are going to the restroom, and it will be a couple of minutes. Do you know what I say to that? Let me see. I gotta make sure that I have this stuff set up correctly. Game. Let's see if this pulls up right. Recent games. Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Now this should be appearing soon, and if it doesn't, I'm just gonna flag this and see if it reappears. There we go, dude. Look at that, man. Let's go.
Yes, indeed.
All right, calm down. Low game position, and then we need to detect the gamepad. Need to detect gamepad. Detect gamepad. All right, look at that. It's like we're back in time, whatever year this released. 1993, question mark? 94? I don't remember what I was doing. I think I got a key for something, but I don't remember what. Is this a teleporter, question mark? I don't remember. Hello, Ruffles. I knew that Link to the Past would lure you out, man. It does everybody. If you are present and don't know what this is, that is, I feel so hashtag sad for you. Big key time. Let's go, baby, we did it.
Thank you, Dark Souls.
You got the big key. This is a master key of the dungeon. It can open many locks that small keys cannot. So even though I'm emulating this, I have the physical cartridge displayed as an art piece on my wall in the place where I work. Like 20 feet away from me. It's my original own copy. So I'm legally emulating my shit. You hear me, Nintendo? I gotta make sure that I stress that I'm legally doing things. One, because I am, and two, because Nintendo is very spicy at the moment. Fuck off, really? Nintendo does not like... I think that our party member is not here. Let me check just to be sure. Looking. Dendra is not here. Where is she? She is present. I'm gonna have to shut the game down, Ruffles. I'm sorry. I have to actually play the game that I was originally intending to stream. If there's a long break where like people are AFK for like 10, like even 5 minutes, I'll put it back on. We're just gonna tuck that off to the side. Ruffles is like, I'm fucking out. I subbed you because I thought that you were gonna play Link to the Past longer than fucking 3 minutes. You bamboozled my expectations. I'm gonna tell everyone that you're a hack and a fraud. Oh yeah? Well, that's just like your opinion, man. I'm sorry, Ruffles. I'm gonna dig up my SNES. This still works. I used to have my own... I don't know where my SNES went. I used to love that thing. I remember having it in college, and I don't know what happened to it. It's probably like buried deep in the ancient recesses of my bedroom at my parents' house. All right. We are all here. I'm gonna level sync. When you're here and ready to go, then put that little side slash in there. Gonna level sync to me, and I'm going to put on my ring so that I get a very slight experience points boost. Oh no, did I not bring it? Oh no. Find chariot. Oh man. Okay, no, that's fine. They don't need to know. Ah, shit, I forgot my chariot band. And it's not like somebody can run it out to me either. We are, but we'll also be grabbing bats. Well, I'll tell you what, we're gonna run for a bit, and then I'm gonna let them, we're gonna party for like 20-30 minutes, and I'll be like, oops, I want to equip my ring and it's not there, I'll be right back. And then by the time that people are ready to have a small break anyway, they'll have forgotten about it. It's gonna be way less annoying of an experience for them if I handle it that way than if I'm just like, hey, I know that we've been waiting until everyone is completely ready now. Be right back, like 5 minutes. Ads are gonna start in 2 minutes. I'm going to preemptively run them now so that we get them out of the way. If you are subscribed, you're not gonna experience literally anything at all. I'm gonna press a button. I will see non-partakers of subscriptions in 90 seconds on average. Bye. Pressing the button. Assessing to see if it took. It did take, dude, let's go. It only took like 2 whole months for my Stream Deck to recognize when I wanted to press the button. Bats, beetles, anything that moves. They ain't never seen a paladin that covers before. I can guarantee you that. Guarantee you that. That's for true. Let me just bump up my shit. There we go. The hell's a gray dwarf? Like an old dwarf? That's some kind of like sex thing. Oh, they're recruiting Valheim. Oh, I know those. I know Valheim stuff. So while I have Sentinel up, they shouldn't be able to pull the monster's attention off of me. Unless they're doing like a horrific amount of damage. I almost want to... I always say this every time, and I always forget to do anything about it in between, but I do want to set up like a portion of the screen where I can see my parser, my DPS checker, if only because I want to see what my own accuracy and stuff is. But it's not today. He's now part of my family's Valheim group. You should join us Saturdays 8 p.m. Hey, that sounds good. For sure. If you could do me a solid and just send me a gentle reminder in Discord that that's happening. I was intending to play Tears of the Kingdom whenever I had Saturdays open, just to basically get it out of my system by playing it aggressively like Wednesdays, Saturdays. But I'm not married to it, so that sounds good. The rapid consumption of orange juice begins now. Let's go.
Yeah, boy.
Slugmans has so many games he wants to play. Like, it's a ridiculous amount. For sure. It took every ounce of my being to not play Tears of the Kingdom legally emulated, to have, like, as God intended, not 60 frames, because my processor is just apparently not able. It is able to handle it, but not streaming. If I'm not streaming and I push it to like its absolute limit, it's able to take it's able to just be barely under the threshold. Like, I'm talking like it's using 93 to 95% of its total brain power just to run the emulator at the settings that I put it at, which is like 1440p with a mod that enables it to function at all, making it essentially look like 1300p, which is hard to explain, but that gives you kind of an idea. At up to 60 frames, but typically no less than 50. And it looks good and it plays good. And once I got it to a state where it was actually playable and like I was really like getting the most juice for my squeeze of the fruit, to put it stupidly, it was very hard to not just like dive in right then. But I did. I avoided it. I need to remember to not actually use my TP now that I have Chivalry available. If you're not familiar with what Chivalry is, it's a formerly merit-only ability that allows you to trade your TP for X amount of MP. Typically it's like 1k will give you about 115 MP back. It's only usable every 15 minutes, but it's such a enormous benefit, the fact that Horizon enables you to use it at 45 instead of 75 with like points like put into it. Like, look at that. I went from like 60 to back to full MP. Completely insane. Holy crazy. Like, on demand. Like, the closest thing is what, like Moonlight with a club that gives you back like in an AoE, granted, but even Starlight, which gives you seemingly very slightly more, even Starlight gives you like at 1k TP like 23-24 MP at most. Planning on teaching Micah Halo, going through every game in production in order with cousin Nathan. Look at behind the scenes stuff on production. I think I can use that to help him understand some of the more intricate aspects of game design. Halo is a great example of that. At least and I may put myself in the crosshairs in so doing, at least for the first like 3, and then I think that your mileage may vary dramatically after that. I think it's after 3 that most people started having consistent issues. I don't know, maybe that was like gamers just being gamers. I expected to lose hate by now, to be honest with you.
All right.
Give me something to shoot. Jacked up and good to go.
The Oni-chans are a good one to follow that up with. I'm not sorry about it. Wow. Oh, I need to remember that I have orange juice. I'm basically married to my MP pool now. I have to remember that I have it. I plan on running through 1, 2, 3, ODST, and Reach. ODST I heard good things about. I think that it was originally shat on, right? And then people warmed up to it, saying like, hey, like in retrospect, it wasn't that bad. Something to that effect. Just gonna give ourselves a little bit of breathing room with Sentinel. Reach multiplayer was disliked. What was disliked about it? Oh shit, I fucked it up. I think I fucked it up. I don't know if I fucked it up or not. Maybe I fucked it up. I messed that up. My bad. My bad. I will totally avoid anytime you have TP. I'm getting slapped around a little bit. Mildly disconcerting. It was different from earlier Halos, less an arena shooter, more COD elements like weapon drops and loadouts were put in. Like microtransaction-y stuff? Or do you mean elements like they were like, hey, if COD does it, so should we? I don't think that we were fully in the microtransaction hell that we now find ourselves in. Okay. Yeah, there was a lot of games that were kind of plagued like that. It's very unfortunate. I'm glad nobody should be like actually glad IMO that games failed, because you know the people that are behind them are still affected. But am I gonna have to save myself by invincibling? I might have to. Yep, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna hold TP. Alright, I am extraordinarily low. I am at like sub 10 MP or sub 10 HP. I have about 10. I don't know what's happening, man. I need to. Okay, we got down to about 42 health there. You shat your pants. I didn't shit my pants. Since Halo has so much information on its creation and has remaster versions as well, where you compare the different art styles they update the game with, it's a good thing to use to teach, I think. Yeah, absolutely. My brain totally stopped because I was actually in danger for once, and that was weird for me. But like I am thankful that it, from like the perspective of looking at how CEOs and stuff were disaffected and may have been, you know, dissuaded from just like blanket saying like, hey, it needs to have COD elements in it. Everything needs like a million different locations to scout out the map for like completionists. It needs to have like green, purple, blue, orange tiered weapon systems and stuff like that, like rarities and crap like that. Like basically I'm saying like I'm glad that a whole bunch of like Square Enix stuff is failing, not because I'm not cognizant of like how it's affecting like the developers that have like no actual influence on the very bad decisions that their managers are making. But because we need like game publishers to not all in so hard. Otherwise, it's gonna look different, perhaps, like be a different background, but it's basically gonna be the same game over and over again. I have devotion now. Remind me what that is. I think that the studio that makes Halo games needs to give it up. I know that they don't want to give it up, but they've had their time with it, kind of in the same way that EA had their time with the Star Wars games. Oh, nice. Okay, so the White Mage is reminding me that they have some kind of ability that trades some of their MP in order to give me some of their HP to give me a MP back, which is nice to think about. 343 recently went through a massive shakeup. For sure. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been in any Halo heavy circles. I did own a Xbox One for a spell, but because I'm such a huge PC person, I never really got much mileage out of it. I did boot it up to play Sekiro on, and then that was pretty much it. It's a great system. It's just I'm so beholden to PC, and probably will be indefinitely. It's tough for me to, like, I have a PS5, and outside of like From Software games and like Persona 5 Royal, it has not, and like my wife playing the absolute Christ out of Hogwarts Legacy, it hasn't seen a ton of mileage. But then again, like, it doesn't seem like there's like a lot of heavy hitting games on either Xbox One or PS5, or and what is it called now, Xbox Series X. I cannot believe that I'm out of that loop. I mean, it's not my fault that I'm out of the loop, because the naming conventions for Xbox are just like complete ass. The Xbox Series X is the PS5 counterpart. What the fuck was that? Whose idea was that? Why? Where is it?
Why?
Nani?
What is that? What the fuck?
Series X normal and slim. Abnormal. I think, I don't know, man. I wonder what's more intensive. Congratulations. I wonder what's more intensive to emulate. Theoretically, PS3 or Switch? Probably the PS3, right? Because I've been wanting to play the Armored Core games that I never had a chance to, because I never owned a PS3. I think it was like Armored Core 4 and 5. Something like that. Do I have Chivalry back yet? I don't. I'm very surprised I've been able to keep hate this whole time. If they aren't already, they should probably just be satting off of the Beastmaster. I'm gonna get hate back. I do feel like even with orange juice, the MP churn is just high enough that I'm not going to be able to get as much mileage out of Enlight as I would be able to if I had a Bard or a Red Mage. But that's just how parties are gonna be, man. You know, you can't expect the game doesn't give you anything for free, but you just can't expect stuff to be out there and waiting. Cheer. I think I just got Devotion. I did. That's a nice ability. I wonder how often she gets that back. I'm just gonna keep waiting. I don't want to screw up their... Oh, they already used it. Okay, we'll wait for 2K TP then. I like the song. This is a good song for this. Give me some more sippies. I never got the updated one because of the shortage, and I just never did. I might get one sometime though. They're great systems. If I had to advocate, I've always been like, incidentally or otherwise, just because of how games and stuff have shaped out over the long term. I have no like fanboyism, not like a single drop in my body. Still very cool. White Mage is telling me about their ability and how it works. I have no fanboyism in me at all, but I've owned like 90% of the time it's always been between like a PlayStation of some description and my PC, except for that stint that I described with the Xbox. Okay, they get devotion every 10 minutes. That's actually really good. That does make me feel a little bit better. If I had to recommend someone that has come to me and is like, hey, I heard that you used to be a GameStop manager in the past. Can you recommend to me, if you're still in the loop, LOL, XD, what console I should grab? And then I'd say first, I'd be like, okay, can you not gently caress my face as you're asking that? For one. For two, it would probably be the Xbox Series X. If for no other reason, then Game Pass is such an outsized benefit that you would basically be doing yourself a disservice not getting it. Like it's such an extremely huge cost, like in terms of like a raw cost benefit analysis. If you try a game that's interesting to you and it's bad, you don't lose out $60-$70 by not playing it. Essentially, you could just go to the next one that seems interesting. Like I still like compulsively check every day to see if they're gonna give me that $1 a month deal that they were giving me like month after month for like 6-7 months, because I was playing like coy and like hard to get and like teeing the whole time as I was like browsing the store. And then they're like, no, Stoic's not gonna actually put out, so just tell him that if he wants the full experience he has to charge. We're just gonna finish it. I don't feel like getting hit anymore. First played Halo when I was 6, absolute fanboy, very demoralized. Game Pass is amazing. It's the only reason my cousins were able to start playing with me. Absolutely. Every Xbox exclusive for $20 a month, all DLC. It's nuts. It's such a good value that even though I was like every time that I got it for $1, I was like, I'm basically getting like $200 worth of an experience that I would have otherwise had to dish out in order to try these things. I mean, game demos are either a thing of the past, or if a publisher is extremely confident in something that's going to sell like hotcakes anyway, or it's like an indie developer that allows you to do demos, or the abhorrent option, the cursed option, which Nintendo is doing currently, where if you subscribe to their service, you can have the the chance to play demos. Basically, they call them something else, but they're demos. We're just gonna force hate back onto ourselves. Yes, PlayStation is also doing it, where like they want you to subscribe to their Game Pass X-esque service, but I don't think I don't know enough about PS5s or PlayStations. I'm just gonna say PlayStations. Service that's supposed to be the answer or like a pseudo answer to Game Pass or like an equivalent of some description. I guess if you were to swing it, like the more expensive versions of PlayStation's version of Game Pass does allow you to play some classic games. Granted, I think you can only stream them, which is bad. In most cases, it's gonna be bad. Unless you're like in South Korea and you actually have modern day internet, like 5 Gbps or whatever it is that they're used to now. We're gonna wait for the next time that the white mage is down on MP to then go back, grab the experience points boosting ring, and then saunter back over here to kill more beetles. My chivalry is back up, thank God. I want you to hit the monster, thank you. Hold after this mob. I just remembered about X-Ring and apparently I left it in storage. Please forgive me. I'll be like 5 minutes getting it. I do feel bad for this ranger who's been missing repeatedly, despite like the almost like 40 range accuracy boosting that they have. That's tough, man. I get that feel. Like, I've been playing Darkest Dungeon 2 also, now that I've been thinking about it. A lot of the time that I've been spending on... Well, no, I've been saving Tears of the Kingdom for, like, a streaming experience because I did, full disclosure, I did get through the very initial sequence and then to the part where it dumps you out into a freeform area, not to spoil it for anyone. Just so that I could like stress test and stuff like that. Hold pull. Need to grab ring, I forgot. We'll be back in 3 to 4 minutes. I'm just gonna warp back. Gonna warp back, then Choco back out. This is a good stopping point anyway. Everyone's low on MP. Makes sense. Oh, thanks. Yes, we did. I forgot that black mages can warp to me now. Thank goodness. Thank Christmas. Yeah, so I've been deliberately not playing Tears of the Kingdom because I want to play it on stream and have like a rough blind play, like past the intro section. But so like all the time in between, I've been playing Darkest Dungeon 2, which has been great. It's been thoroughly beating my ass, unapologetically, but it's been great. Where is my... I hunger. Chariot ban me. Good. Okay. And then we are right back out there for June and me. I mean, so in Darkest Dungeon. Oh my gosh, Darkest Dungeon. In Darkest Dungeon 2, you get these hero shrines that you can then play out the story of the 10 plus characters asterisk that you can select to form your party. And the stories are legitimately interesting. The whole story is interesting. The whole feel of the whole thing is interesting. But like the individual stories, while it's not like Shakespeare is going to like immerse you that like, yeah, I could see how he ended up where he is now, or at least I could get like a general idea of like who he was before the functional apocalypse happened. And it also gives them abilities. So like there's like a story based reason, or there's an ability based reason to care about the story and to like actually seek out to the end, like the full gamut, the full 5 chapters for each of the characters. I've not progressed past the first boss. I know that there are people out there that are like max difficulty, infernal flame maxed out, you know, solo runs where it's like only one party, like main character, even though the game hasn't been out that long. But I'm not here to play for a race, man. You know, I'm just enjoying it and shits and giggles where I can. I don't have to impress you. What are you doing, Step Bros? Is this hardcore? This is not hardcore. This is on my main character. We're leveling Paladin. I am sheepishly heading back to where the party's camp is after forgetting my chariot ring. And if I were not so willing to overcome my my disdain for making such an error, it's just the right thing to do. I had to go back and get the ring because it would make leveling faster, and I'm trying to speedrun my Paladin to 75 whenever I have the opportunity. Aiming typically for level consistent camps so that I can keep my combat skills leveled up in tandem. And yeah, I'm trying to get to 75 so that I can complete all the content, or most of the content. Vanilla ranked level 10, so I can unlock all my wardrobe slots so that I can have more inventory space to strategize loadouts with. Like swapping in stuff like equip sets and whatnot. And otherwise, you know, like do the Zillart mission stuff, because I led a alliance successfully on the first try. Probably the proudest thing I've ever done in Final Fantasy to begin with was that I basically took like some scraps of strategies and like half of a video online, and and I gave people like a mission sheet that told them you are there to do this specific thing, and as long as we are all doing this your given specific thing, we should win. And we did. And it was so cool seeing people experiencing. I mean, I was a tank, so I couldn't see what was actually happening around me. I just had to survive. My objective was to live. But people did exactly what they were supposed to do in order. And I just had to basically survive until like people could like pull the rest of this shit off me. And that's like some of the most. Oh my god, I got hate, dude. Are you serious? I have to run back out. I forgot these things can still aggro me. Oh my god, dude. I'm a professional, dude, I swear.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine.
I played this game before.
You just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I think that person, I saw a little blue dot head towards me. I think they were gonna try to pull it off me. Okay, so we need to remember beetles in this location. They do not like people. I don't know why I thought I was high enough level to not have to deal with that, but you know, c'est la vie, or whatever it is that they say.
Oh shit!
It's sight. They're sight based. A beetle has evidently found the party. Let's try this again. The bats aggro. No, they don't. They don't aggro. What aggro's the sound in here? Something does, right? I wouldn't just feel that instinct for no reason. I am close. I mean, they're variously leveled enough that they shouldn't struggle with that beetle at all. They should be able to kill it in like 30 seconds. Does this water have effects? It does. I don't know why. I don't know why that impressed me so much.
Bruh.
But it did. I was like, ooh, there's a little pool of water. It's time to splashy splash. Alright. Honor sword. What are we on combat? Let's do the greatsword. Greatsword sounds good. Just to level that up. And greatsword. And and light. Oh, I'm on the wrong macro set. There we go. So Ikra Gunkin is the type of food that I'm using, which gives us, or gives me dexterity, vitality, accuracy, and defense. Why that matters so much is that combined with Enlight, I should be hitting probably 70-80% of the time. I guess I can do my job here. I just thought that we were gonna kill this thing in like 2 seconds, so it didn't even occur to me to actually do my job. What effects? Graphic effects? Oh yeah, graphical effects, like little splashies. Little splashy bits underneath the feet. Let's kill this thing fast. So as time goes on, the boost from the sushi should be so extreme. I might as well just eat one now. It's not like it's going to make any difference. The defensive boosts and such from the sushi are going to be so extreme that I can lay into attack-based food. So I'm actually doing mostly consistent damage with whatever it is that I'm using at the time. And in so doing, pull hate through threat, aka doing damage so the monster hates me. I just need this to die. I'm good. Sure. Okay, we're gonna level sync again to me, and I'm going to equip the ring and then use it. This group seems pretty chill. I figured that they would be understanding with me forgetting the ring, even though it's like literally the first thing they think about, like when Sundays roll around, to be able to refresh it. And light has an outsized effect for greatswords too. So the way that Enlight works is that it gives you an accuracy bonus that is 1-to-1 with a damage bonus that is dependent on your divine magic skill, which in most cases I'm only going to get by casting flash occasionally. But because the effect gradually goes away with each successful hit, you're going to get the most mileage out of it, arguably, by pairing it with a high delay weapon, and greatsword is about as high delay as you can get. I did take it upon myself to buy some of the meme paladin specific greatswords. Warrior can use them too, but Warrior can't use 70% of the greatsword skills because 70% of them are paladin or Dark Knight exclusive. So I'm almost certainly never going to make the money back on those specific greatswords, which is fine. I just want to see how far I can carry this before I actually start running into problems. As in, like, I'm just not able to keep hate no matter what I do. So far, that has not been the case. Just because I'm so used to tanking in general and, like, and semi-quickly assessing what the party is capable of, that it's not typically an issue. I've run into probably one party where it was pretty sketch, but I do be using cover. I'm not afraid to. I know when to do it, and I have the macro ready to go for it. I do need to unequip my shit. So part of it, so on Horizon and most other like private servers, you do get, with each point of dexterity while holding two-handed weapons, you get 1 accuracy with a two-handed weapon per dexterity. Each accuracy point is worth a 0.5% of hit chance. Why they didn't just call it hit chance, I don't know, because it was 2004 Square Enix and they wanted to be sussy bakas about it, is my guess. You know, sometimes we want to be sussy. You can take a drink. My mouth's drying out. My robot mouth. Is it just me, or does Rockstar taste like pineapples? Is it just me? Do I taste like pineapples? Perhaps. Perhaps do. Alright, we're just gonna tuck the model of the thief out in the corner, and then you have to tell me when she moves. The one sitting on the chair. We're just gonna do this. Detect gamepad changes. I think it's on now. There we go. There we go. I said detect gamepad changes. We have to grab the bow. I think the bow is this way. No, it's not. Is it not? It's not this way. It's on the... I'm an idiot. As soon as the Link to the Past soundtrack comes on... Ah, fuck. Sorry, Ruffles. Sorry, Ruffles. She got up, dude. I gotta play the game again. This is, I mean, this is like technically more modern than Link to the Past, right? Like, you Zoomers love modern stuff. Like, you can't go a day without fucking picking up like the new iPhone 69 or whatever. She's moving, man. I'm the tank. I got responsibilities. One day I might do a Link to the Past stream. Oh, they're looking to see if I'm paying attention. I actually would not be opposed at all to doing Link to the Past, because even though I beat it about 4 hours in my inorganic lifetime. Did I say hours or times? 4 times in my inorganic lifetime. It's been so long since I last beat it that even though a lot of it is going to be tangentially familiar to me, I'm not going to remember all of it. I would actually remember just enough to be able to keep up a good pace of completing the game, but not enough that some of it wouldn't still catch me off guard, which is a sweet spot, I think. A Link to the Past has died. Stream crash fail. No, it's off the stream. Hurry. I can boot it up anytime I want to. I just want to make sure that I don't accidentally lure Ruffles out, because he's gonna get upset if I like, it's gonna instantly breach his trust if I have the music up for like 0.2 seconds, and he develops the whatever the emotion of hope is or closest to it. We are ready to go. Gotta make sure that I'm on the right. I am on the right one. Just play music on stream. I cannot. If there's one way to speed run me getting DMCA'd on YouTube, which I do offload all my VODs to at Pro Stoic, it would be that. I am not going to do that. I can't even. There are covers in here. Like, I do have Dark World on here. So all the music that you're hearing, I'm just gonna do Sentinel, buy me 30 seconds to talk about it. All the music that you're hearing, if you notice, when you look at the music player at the top right to tell you what it is, there is always the name Game Chops in there. Game Chops is a saintly publisher that buys the rights for remixers to make covers of music. It's the only publisher that I've seen that makes video game remixes like this, that does this, which means that I can 99% of the time just export it without issue to YouTube. I do have my experience bonus on, right? Here, I'll play Gamify Dark. I have like 3 Dark Worlds in here. We'll play the first one. Dark World is probably one of my favorite songs of any Zelda game, period. And this is Link to the Past. Square Enix is not broke. They have the NFT game, or they have many NFT games planned, and so they're just gonna make so much gangbusters that they can afford to DMCA everyone alive, right? Right, smiley face. That's not true. That's impossible. I would like to provoke. I cannot provoke. I will flash provoke then. A little bit of an R0 there. I need to drink some orange juice. And then we're not gonna, I was gonna use a weapon skill here. I'm instead going to... I gotta be quiet while the funny stuff is playing. Look at that, dude. It's crazy. One damage, dude. Let's go. No. I do miss the defensiveness of the shield, but Square Enix said that it was my turn to use Greatsword. They wouldn't just let Greatsword skills be exclusive to Dark Knights and Paladins for no reason. I don't know if Square Enix was Square Enix at the time of... No, they must have been, because I think that the original Kingdom Hearts came out in like 2000. It came out in 2004, didn't it, actually? Can I get my manager to look that up? It came out on the PS2, and so did this. So it had to have been around roughly the same time. I just don't know what year. If I need to, I'll cover. But I shouldn't actually need to. Okay, maybe I need to. Okay, I'm just gonna be in his model. He's gonna have to know to back up. Apparently, I'm 0.1 centimeter close enough to make cover happen, which is good. That works. Oh my god, please just die. Thank you. That was good. I am probably gonna, just for sustain, because without, like, even with the orange juice, I'm still feeling it. I'm probably not gonna be able to stay pretty carbon neutral on hate and stuff and like spell usage in quite the way that I want to until I get Parade Gorget, because then I can combine my natural auto refresh with, I get Sentinel in like a second here, so we'll just use that. And then I shouldn't lose hate, period. What was I saying? Parade Gorget to have pretty consistent MP refresh, along with my job ability auto refresh, along with my swimming pool of like orange juice that I typically bring. And then if I'm feeling particularly spicy, maybe like a Vermilion Cloak at some point in the very distant future when I feel like spending money on something like that. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just gonna end the fight here. Or not. 81 damage is pretty good. Pretty happy with that. So if you are new to the channel and you'd like to make a sincerely huge impact on me, I recommend clicking the purple follow button below. It's a simple action, but it has a big influence on me and other people's ability to find me. It also gives me a very, very small shot of serotonin. And because I am definitely human, that's what I want. I am extremely human. Thank you, Xantos. Were you already followed? Or did you just unfollow to refollow again? If so, that's a pretty good test that that system works. I mean, kinda. Yeah, sure. You can't bober, it's on cooldown. It is. The reason why it's on cooldown, Cheerlink Rabbit, is because it is the only soundbite out of the 10 that is like more than 10 seconds long. The others are like 4 or 5 seconds. I want to avoid a situation that would definitely happen, where it's like back-to-back bobers and like a psychosis inducing audio overload.
This guy stinks!
That one's not on cooldown. You can spam that one if you want to. How are we doing on Greatsword? We should cap it soon. An error. I did not enlight before combat was going to start. I should be able to get it off now. Yeah, there we go. Am I going to be able to get the cure off? Yeah. Do I already have MP going? R0. We love those. I am dying. No, I'm not dying. It's all under. It's all according to Kikaku. I have not been able to see. I do hope that the black mage is currently healing. I just saw them get a little bit of MP back. Hopefully they will not allow me to die. That would be very sad for me. That was a very lucky parry on my part. Healing Chan. I am officially out of MP. Rescue me. Please heal me, Ev. Oh my god, Avalon, why would you let me die, dude?
Oh, shit! Oh, hell no! Hey!
Shame. Shame. Shame.
It's not the I did in fact have a two-hand on, and it is so I could level it. I'll just swap it out, I guess. Oh man. No, I'm not dead forever. This isn't that character. That's the first time that I died. Like I was allowed to die. Basically. The Black Mage was just doing Black Mage stuff. Now granted, they do have a point. They do have a point in that I was taking increased damage because of the possible shield blocks that I was getting. The Great Sword while tanking was a non-issue to this point. But I understand what you're saying. I will equip shield. No, I mean during the entirety of me paladining. But that's fine. This does unfortunately reinforce the opinion that great swords with paladin is bad, and it's not. It doesn't qualify as bad. It qualifies as okay. Very good. If it comes to a situation where I did purchase those higher level greatswords in error, then that's fine. I don't think I did. I'm gonna keep rolling with it. But not in this party, because I've already colored. They're now attempting to educate me on my job. That's fine. They're doing what seems best to them. And that makes sense. All right, so we will swap out the greatsword for something more traditional, aka shield and club, which I'm gonna need to want to make use of the MP regen anyway. So this, speaking objectively, if I was able to take myself, put myself in a third party perspective, there are certain reasons why you wouldn't want to use a greatsword. If you're under geared and you don't have the food that would be able to make proper use of it, or the job combinations that you're rolling with are not conducive to an MP rich environment, what you're basically trying to do with the greatsword is that if you can make use of MP refresh effects, then you are able to get through monsters more quickly, not as safely as if you had a shield, but you would be able to get through them more quickly, which in the long term, if MP isn't an issue or is less of an issue, is what you're ultimately going to be looking for anyway. In this very specific circumstance, we were fighting beetles that were probably like 9 levels above me, so it makes sense that it would push my shit in. So yes, they are objectively correct when dealing with a situation where it's functionally just to me, because the black mage does seem hesitant to heal, and because there's a lack of general like MP regain going on or possible, it makes sense to stick with club and sword indefinitely here, which is okay. Like, we're at the point where we're leveling up slowly enough, like just in the grand scheme of things, that catching up is totally plausible, even if I get a couple levels out of this. Let's style lock. Just to make sure that they didn't think that I was going to warp out or something, because I had the cudgel. There we go. There we go, dude. Okay, it's gonna be like 2 minutes before I get on weekend. Let us re-engage. And that gamepad changes. Okay, I do not need to go this way. Woo! I hate having to go through this again. Just let me kill you. It's good. Good. I hate that for me. It is interesting that they react to sword swings, but not to pops. In about 2 minutes, Link to the Past is gonna have to go away. I think the big key is what we need to unlock this big... Fuck. This is the first one, yeah. We have to go here to get the village elder to give us speedy boots. We found the bow. You can shoot arrows with it. Oh my god, it's a chirp. Get me out of here. I know I could use... I think... I think the bow can one-shot these guys. Don't quote me on that. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Craigasm's in chat. Even though I'm super rich already. Like, I can buy jars and stuff, and that costs something, but I need... Okay. Sorry, it's gotta go away again. You should replay it. It's a good game. It holds up insanely well, even after like 800 billion years. It does. I do feel something remotely similar to the emotion of sadness. That I've reinforced the idea that great swords are just not plausible in these people. But I've had like 30 successful parties where I have used a greatsword and have not paid dearly for it. Like, these can range up to 10 levels above where we are now. And like level 8 is like the threshold before which you start to struggle. It has nothing to do with the difficulty of the. It does have something to do somewhat with the natural difficulty of the mobs, but like the level range, there's not enough difference in higher leveled mobs, given the type of mob that it is, that I'm going to have like it's going to have an outsized effect on how naturally difficult it is, if that makes sense. As long as it's within a certain level range, you're not going to suffer. Oh, by the way, impending ad break in 30 seconds, brace accordingly, or don't. I'm not your mom. Or am I? We do be getting a link. And let us attack. And we should be fine on this. Another great game I need to replay is Breath of Fire. Which one? Oh, you mean like the very first one? I played Breath of Fire 3 and 4. I like them both a lot. If I had to choose which one I liked more, I liked the general like pseudo storybook feel of the third one. I like the mature overhanging elements and like slash like a post-apocalyptic feel that Breath of Fire 4 had. Well, which ones do you consider new? You mean like anything past Dragon Quarter, I think it was? Or Dragon Quarter and beyond? Hey, Icy. A Tom very savvy to you too, my friend. I inadvertently reinforced in this party that I'm in the idea that greatswords are bad. When in reality we were just getting punished because the beetle that we were fighting was 10 levels above us. But that ain't what the history books are gonna say. And you're within your rights to be like, no, Stoic, your opinion is just wrong. I could take it. I could be wrong. I could be like deeply inhaling enough copium of my substantial copium reserves that I could be making myself believe that greatswords have a point. And they honestly like kind of don't. Like the argument could be made that, which I was kind of like touching on before, which is like greatswords in theory, if you're geared for it right, asterisk, could net you enough damage over time if MP isn't an issue. Like if you had red mage, or if you had a bard, or like the you know, the stuff that like heavenly parties are made of, which is like red mage, bard, and so on. Please God. I was gonna take this opportunity to spam heals on myself, and then we will just force flashback on. I'm just gonna dump all of my MP into myself. This is not an MP rich environment. We have a white mage, and like the extra refresh that I'm getting is we have a white mage and a black mage that is reluctant to heal, which is fine. That's not technically his job. He didn't sign up to be a black mage to be an off-brand, you know, great value white mage, right? So I can't behoove him for that. Like I'm getting extra refresh from like countless orange juices, and then that's about it until Parade Gorget. I think Gorget is 55 question mark, something like that, right? This thing's gonna, there we go. Oh, I'm casting in light. I'm still on my greatsword template. I love that for me. Okay, good. Everyone else is in range. I think I have definitely, I have gotten lucky for sure. In the sense that up until this party, I haven't really found myself to be getting hit enough by things in order to start having natural MP issues. I've always had just enough sustain to make things like you know, level range pending. I've always had enough sustain to make most situations work, even with when I do whip the G thing out. I need this. I need this thing to stop. Woo. But actually, we get a new hammer. Isn't that exciting? 6 extra points of damage along with the occasional slow that's sure to proc only like 5 seconds or every 5 seconds. How pogged up are you? The answer is extremely. Right, everybody? Love that new club? All my homies love the new club. Do I have Sentinel back? I do. Like, we are level 47. The chamber beetles can go up to 57, I believe. Like, this thing is 9 levels above us, which is gonna cause problems for anything, two-hander or not. And I could really go for some more of those beer cups. I'm not even hungry, but they're just like the jalapeno, the fried jalapenos is so good. And the sauce that comes with them too. 10 out of 10 sauce, along with 10 out of 10 snack food, even though it's priced like a meal. It's probably gonna be a 1,000 years before I get it again, just because it's not, in terms of cost benefit analysis and what you're actually getting back, like per dollar, is not commensurate. It's just not. Yeah, I know, I feel that way.
Oh, baby, it's triple! Oh, yeah!
Let's go.
Bingo! Yay! Oh my god!
Wow.
Sloppy! 5 points!
Thank you for your patronage.
So I see, as I'm sure that you've already prized yourself, we have new channel redeems along with a cleaned up audio redeem section. I may reduce the, because I'm a kind and benevolent, whatever the hell I am. This person is very quick to pull extra things. Just need them to not do that, because even though they disrespect the bats are still gonna tear my a-hole apart like they're doing right now. They can't just, like, they can rely, like, that bind did not go off. Okay, now we're gonna positioning for moonlight, just so that they don't think I'm just flopping around for no reason. They all get MP, and then we're gonna flash. Good, it's one down. Please look for rep. My brother in Christ. I have to. Why would you wait until there's a minute, dude? Can everyone give at least an hour? I want to avoid getting a rep unless I can give them that. sorry, barding in a party. You're fine. That takes a lot of mental bandwidth. You're good. Thanks, fam. I appreciate that. You like the redeems. It is a pog-rich environment. I'm sure that the moment that you opened up the section, you were like giggling and clapping your hands as you're wont to do. Congratulations. All right, what even is this person? It is a beast. See all 46. 6 inv. Low level sync. 6 party. Do you need it? Scarlet Citadel, bottom floor. You would be repping Kringer. Party is great. They just need to. I'll just say that like they're falling asleep or something. They're falling asleep. All right. Let me know when you're in Garlage. Rep is on the way. I don't know what combination of ones and zeros in the background has permitted it, but we have successfully gone 2 entire hours without a single dropped frame. Let's go.
The One Piece is real!
Can we get much higher? So high. It's pretty exciting. I am, as the cool kids say, lidded and basted. And I'm finna gonna go on the Instagrams to show to show that my whatever I was talking about is on fleek. And then I'm gonna take a picture of my avatar, aka myself, with a baseball cap on sideways, with an additional baseball cap on top of that one, turn the opposite way, which in Zoomer culture is like announcing that you have the Sigma grind set. Did you figure out what the problem was with the drop frames? No, I just did what I normally do pre 30 minutes before stream, and I unplugged everything and plugged it back in, and there's no reason that it should work as wonderfully as it is right now this time and not other times, but I'll take it. If I've satisfied the requisite desires of some technological god by having like an even numbered, like in the dozens of times of times that I've unplugged this shit and replugged it in, that's fine. I'll get weird for that specific god if that's what it takes for to drop frames. I'll do some Final Fantasy 11 shit on it. Boy howdy, you're finna gonna find me out in the living room, turned northeast on a Tuesday at full moon. And whatever other myths and legends like circulated and still circulates the Final Fantasy 11 community in order to get this shit to work the way that it should. Oh, I need to drink orange juice. That's why my MP is so low. Literally no other reason. Not having any issues keeping hate, which I appreciate. I was momentarily concerned that there was going to be a problem because we had a ranger that seemed decked out, but there's no problem. It's just I would just got to make sure that, because overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer, that I don't let up my guard. Did you add some new furniture to your house? Maybe you just got a MOG enhancement? I did overclock the shit out of my processor, which has nothing to do with Final Fantasy 11 proper, because it was fine before that. But I may have unlocked some kind of hidden trait in doing so that just allows things to perform better in an aura around me. We're in a little tunnel on the bottom right of the bottom map. You can drop down anywhere in here. The castle level above. You'll just want invis to get to where we are. I could see that. I could see unlocking some kind of hidden trait or something. I can't push. I ran a 3-hour stress test, and I can't push my processor any harder. Like, I have an extremely good new cooler that I had set up. I need to not be on this side, but I don't want to mess them up. Doesn't matter that much. I'm gonna get chivalry anyway. Do I have sentinel back? I don't. Just need them to stop attacking me for like 0.2 seconds, if they'd be so willing. But yeah, while I can't push my processor any farther, and the reason why I was pushing it so hard, which I talked about a little bit ago, was because I was trying to squeeze as much mileage out of my legally emulated copy of Tears of the Kingdom. I almost said Treasures of Ottergon. I have that on the brain, I swear. And I want to make sure that it looks good and that it runs good and is able to handle OBS and the other shit that captures my visage and puts it on your phone screen. I do think that if I push the processor any harder, like, I'm not doing it right now. Right now it's unboosted, but well, it is slightly boosted, but not to the extent that I'm talking about. We have chivalry back. I'm gonna use that. Look at that, dude. 120, man. Incredibili! But when it is boosted, like super boosted, the way that I'm describing, there was a couple of times where like the computer's self-preservation instinct kicked in, and it was like I have to shut the computer down and then load like the last like most recent safe settings, because you're clearly too stupid. You're pushing me too hard. But I got it all balanced. It's able to, in this super boosted mode, it's able to keep under 80 degrees Celsius, after which is like the point at which you should be concerned. 80 Celsius is hot, obviously, but it's not going to cause permanent damage hot, as long as your cooler is doing its job, which mine certainly seems to be. I could get a capture card to stream SNES game? Sure. You certainly could. I know that there's a streamer out there, at least one, that I'm personally familiar with, that streams only on original hardware. Literally no matter what it is. So there's definitely an odd, and she gets like 100+ viewers every time that she boots up. And she's playing the OG Final Fantasy 12 last I saw. Not Zodiac Age, like literally the one that's on the PS2. And it do be looking like a blurry mess, but that's how shit looked back then, man. So you could get some mileage out of that for sure. and a sentinel to buy us 30 worry-free seconds. The beetle and the sheep are bonding with each other at a molecular level. I love that for them. God, I wish that were me. Look at that. They SC'd and I still have his attention. Let's go. I also found this NES game, box of a fuck. Let me start over. Box of a NES game while looking for my SNES. Oh, nice. I have my original Star Fox SNES cartridge box. You just pick it up off the wall and look at it. I basically have them hanging on like really thin nails, so it achieves the same visual effect as like hanging shelves or whatever it is that they're called. Invisible shelves. One other thing that I'm really proud of is that I ordered the Tactics Ogre Reborn tarot card set, and I have the Velcro mat like mounted on my wall, you know, so I could feel like I could just glance over and feel like I'm really there, like get instantly immersed. Old pole rep is apparently dying. G8. Go east. Go east. Sorry, that was 2 rep. I don't know where he went. Where the fuck did the rep go? Oh. Rep is dead as hell. Link, when you've got a sec, please raise him. He's west in the other tunnel. Getting res you. I'm sure that's not foreshadowing for anything. But the tarot, I love tarot card sets. I don't know why I love them so much. Well, no, I do know. Partially the reason why is because I played the absolute Christ out of Tactics Ogre and Ogre Battle on the PlayStation. And that, like, the art and like the idea that you have these different elements that are core to certain parts of life modeled in like card form was like inherently interesting to me. You good? And it even pulled on my mental strings hard enough that I bought, while I was in college, a tarot card set. And I looked it over and I like the instructions, and I was like, okay, this thing means this thing means that. And I just started like looking at them in the cafeteria, and I see these 2 girls like glancing over at the table, and I say to them, do you, like, I'm practicing learning how to use these. Yep. Link, are you on the way west? At the south tunnel. Can just ride wall on your left over here. Use map, silly buns. I am southwest of you. South. Okay, you're right here. I don't know how more explicit I could get than west south tunnel. Oh god, dude. What? He can... I don't know if you're memeing or not. He hits things fine. Please, for the love of Christ. Like, I didn't see the sub job. Just let it happen. Oh my god. I don't know if he's kidding or not. He's like, the white mage is like, I'm not partying with him, look at his sub job. Like, yeah, he has warrior 12. That's fine. Like, it's not good. Hello. Oh my god. That fucking ag. This is annoying me. I've got ag. I just need, so the white mage ag. The white mage is very upset with the dragoon for not having a leveled up, or not having a level up sub job. Like, we're not in ML, it's not MLG, guys. Just fucking relax. What a weird sentiment. I'm not gonna party with you because you're missing 10 levels on your sub job. It's not that big of a deal. It's really truly not. They're starving kids in Africa. Okay. Let's put a Shannon perspective on it, baby. You can hang out by Borgo. These things don't AoE, so you're fine. That's... Link, please just let it go if you're not memeing. It's like, I get it. It's not orthodox. It's unusual, but it's fine. Like, why tear into the guy? Like, what is it accomplishing? Literally nothing. Like, to the point that you would be willing to waste the party's time to like have us look another rep. Like, the argument could be made that I should have seen that he had like a not up to date sub job level, but because that's typically people do. Typically people make sure that they're like, for their own sakes, like in terms of like the stat benefits and stuff like that. They do make sure that their own shit is leveled up, like in a pertinent way. But it's not that, it's like 10 sub job levels is not gonna make that big of a difference. On Discord, Ruffles. Let's see. Oh my, you sent me a lot of stuff. Oh, cool. You have a bunch of boxes. Are these ones from your childhood? Or did you buy these? Very cool. Neat. Man, they're just gonna go to town on this dragoon, huh? Like, guys, it's not that big of a deal. It's like 10 levels. Like, granted, yeah, 10. Once you get to like the double digits, it does. It is a little sussy. It's a little sussy baka that it's like in the double digits, but it's fine. SNES was given to me. NES games weren't. Neat. I mean, you'd be surprised like how much stuff that you can still find at like yard sales and stuff like that. Granted, it's been an eternity and a half since I've actually been present and perusing a yard sale. The closest thing is like a sign that I pass by to go into town that says mattress sale with no other details than a phone number. That's right up there with another type of sign that I see sometimes. That seems to be just planted at like various abodes that just says fresh oil. I don't know what that means. What do you mean fresh oil? From like squeezed out of the earth? Like, are you producing this oil and like marketing it? Like, who's gonna drive up your driveway and go to your home location, knock on your door and say, hey, got any of them fresh oil around? How much is it? I happen to be in the market for fresh oil. Okay, let me see if I have to close down Discord. Computer's getting pissed off. It's trying to use 100% CPU power. Did that help it? Does it feel better now? 98%? 97%? Let's go, dude. We're right at that threshold where it gets like truly angy. It's not going to 100% anymore. It's just barely tickling the number. So if you've been watching a while and you haven't followed the channel yet, doing it not only gives me a tiny dose of dopamine, it helps the channel grow in more ways than you'd expect. Plus, I really appreciate it. It just hits different. Brantley has fallen as a hardcore adventurer. 87 Black Mage playtime 285 hours. Also, the whole thing about shitting on that guy, like it's a private server of a double-decade-old game, man. I think that you can let off the brakes, or that you can pump the brakes a little bit. Criminy Christmas on a cracker. Butter my biscuits.
Oh my god!
The white mage has been... I think that we're just waiting on the white mage. And I don't want to tease Ruffles. I don't want to boot up Link to the Past and just have her be like within 15 seconds ready to go. Are we all good once white mage is back? Hope so. White mage, as far as I know. Okay, they're have not returned. Honestly, in the future, if I was the Dragoon and I was rocking, like, he's not going to be able to rock Warrior 12 indefinitely. He's gonna have to deal with it. He's gonna have to face it at some point. Yes, Berserk. What? Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. This party is being weird. Everybody in this party is being a little bit weird. That's not true. Some people are being sussy, some aren't. Let's go. We'll do it. I guess. Hold 10. I think we're good. I think we're good. I mean, he could. Berserk could be new. He might be a new Dragoon. I mean, it seems kind of like an oxymoron to have achieved. I don't think so, but if a spot opens, I'll let you know. Is your dragon on cool down, Berserk? I don't know why the Dragoon doesn't have his dragon out. Cutting edge minimum is 45. You can roll stuff in here comfortably until about 50. The Dragoon is not communicating. It could be that the Dragoon is like RPing as like he lost his dragon or something. Yep. Chamber beetles and funnel bats. The two typical spots are the hallway on the north bit and the tunnel at the southeast bit. I don't know if there's a party already in the north. We're in the southeast. Berserk, is your dragon on cooldown? I know you can read this. Should be fine then, I think. I'm wondering if it is on cooldown. I do need him to talk though. I don't know why I recognize his name. Maybe that's a bad thing. I don't know. I don't know. I think I might be remembering him. Okay, he has spoken. His dragon is on cooldown. Fine. That's all I needed. I just needed confirmation.
Bingo!
Do I have? I do have, what is it? Chivalry back up.
5 points!
Let's go.
Maybe I should just keep Enlight on, if I can. Like, I don't know if it'd make that much of a difference, but maybe we could pretend that the additional damage from Enlight is as if the dragon was attacking. I need to burn some. Look at that. I got all my MP back. What the fuck? 164 MP? That's disgusting. That's crazy. Dash is real crazy. I don't think like most things other than emulation, like legal Switch emulation, most things don't use anywhere near as much processor brain power, certainly as that does. Even boosting it to like an i7 9700K, which is what I have, like boosting it to 5.2 gigahertz, like it's still like at 60 frames per second, 1440p is like as taxing on it as like running Crysis like circa 2007 at like ultra quality. But emulation, I am now learning, is just a very naturally intensive, like a naturally processor intensive thing. Let's shield bash just for fun here. Is this like cycling through? It is cycling through Dark World. That's my bad. It's apparently been cycling through the different Dark World remixes for like 80 years. Let's do Beneath the Mask. That's a good one. Congratulations. There he goes. He's got his dragon back. Top up with some orange juice. I don't know, depending on what sort of situations we find ourselves in, we might push it to 10:30. It's not like I'm gonna sleep anyway. I seem to have a horrific time sleeping on Mondays and Tuesdays. Not because I have to deal with anything particularly hard in the morning, but like on Mondays is like, well, Monday obviously is today, but Sunday going into Monday, I was basically like laying there like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, just wide awake, eyes open, staring at the ceiling. And I actually briefly debated if it was going to also wake my dog up. I debated just like going out into the living room to do something. And I almost did. I actually regret not doing that, even though I basically forced myself to stay in bed. If only because I wasn't sure how it would impact my ability to stream, to provide this torrential rain of entertainment upon you all. And that just takes like such high priority that I'm willing to basically subject myself to like a waking hell. That's perhaps a little bit too strong. But you get my general mental mouthfeel, right? You typically do. You're typically good about that. And a Sentinel just to make sure that it's on cooldown because it's not doing anything for me if I'm not using it. And we should be able to squeeze the maximum use out of it in between.
You're ugly. You are disgusting. I'm going to kill you. Give me $200.
Oh, I need to get into the habit of doing this. I don't know if Icy Caladrius. I might have butchered that. I don't know. I don't know if he's still here, but you definitely should check out his channel and follow him if you enjoy Final Fantasy XI content. He's a great chill streamer that hangs out with very fun friends. And he's also a paladin. And who doesn't love paladins? Let me do shout out Icy Caladrius. He's a good boy. It should give you some kind of prompt at the top to follow him. Let me sneak another sip of orange juice in here. Flash me. It's good, it's good, it's good. Go shield bash up. We don't. We're gonna have to rely on cover then. Are we close enough to the mages? We are. That is very muy bueno, as they say in Germany. I'm not gonna use the May. Gonna hold on that. I hope that I could just say something, but I'm going. Nope, they're pulling. I do. This is a little bit. It's a little bit spicy. Only because I don't have a ton of tools available to me at the moment, while also being able to keep myself alive. I'll be able to keep hate off you, Berserk. I didn't even know devotion was a thing, so I'm glad that the white mage was aware of it enough to use it and to let me know that it's a thing. Yep, he might have tickled him maybe like once, but that was it. He hit me, right? No, he didn't. I don't know why, but his model was faced towards me, but he still tapped the Dragoon. I hate that for him. God, I wish that were me. Chain 5, pretty good. I'll save high jump to give you back 8, even though I like to use it for fast PP. You can do whatever comes natural to you, and I should be able to deal with it. That's what, like, my defensive options have expanded considerably, granted it's having a shield out. It's not like I have anything against shield use, because that would make me a very weird paladin, since like at least 15% of my kit is devoted or tangentially related in some way to shield possession, but maybe like 20%. But like, I just like the meme. Maybe I'm too into the meme. I don't know. We'll see. I'm still gonna keep rocking the Great Sword when it makes sense. When I'm not in, when like I'm among like an environment that has like a red mage in it, I can definitely get away with it. That is for sure. Do I have Sentinel up? I do. Don't quote me on this, but can, like, if a thief uses hide along with sneak attack, trick attack, does that allow them to like allow it to behave as if they're behind the monster? I know that there's some kind of interaction with hide, I just don't know what it is. Enlight myself. MP regen. Then Moonlight to give myself and some of my favorites MP back. And then Flash Voke, more or less to give myself more divine magic skill. Oh shit, I'm getting crit many times. Almost back to back. What is this? This is level 58. aka 11 levels higher.
Let's go.
So here's this giant enemy crab.
else is streaming? Is anyone else streaming? Twitch.tv. We have... Oh, there's lots of people that are streaming right now. That's pretty pog. Are you pogged? The competition. So I've actually gone into... I've actually tried to follow as many Final Fantasy XI channels as I reasonably can, and just interacted with the streamers for like a while. They're all incredibly cool people. If anything, I should be thankful that there are so many people streaming, if only because it gives attention to this wonderful game. Because if you look at it from like a psychological perspective, people like watching things that other people like watching. So if by circumstance someone happens to be watching my stream or I see Caldarius' stream or Ayame Cat's stream or whomever it is, and they're like, hey, this looks pretty fun, and this particular streamer's personality quirks gel with my own personality quirks, forming a kind of physiological, psychological salad that I'm enjoying partaking right now, I'm going to want to have the same realm of experiences they are, so I'm just going to boot up this game and, oh wow, it has a launcher, and then it kind of takes you from there. And then you're like deep diving into a content-rich ecosystem where someone can yell at you that you have like a sub job that's like 10 levels lower than expected. They're all supposed to be at different times a day, and all the viewers too. Yeah. But you know, I mean, there's always Fortnite, right? People still watch that. They're on like season 800 million or whatever. Like you've got Ariana Grande on there, right? Like, she's still popular. I need to drink more orange juice. If only everyone was a robot. One day. RP looks deep in the camera. One day they will all be robots. Oh, I have shield bash. I can help deal with this. The white mage is now telling me how to do my job. That's fine. I didn't think this white mage was gonna annoy me. And it is rare for me to feel something resembling annoyance, but she is definitely getting me close. Which honestly, if anything, is impressive. Now granted, I'm not gonna remember this situation in like 2 or 3 days. But for the extremely minuscule amount of time that I have on this earth, that apprises this 1% of this experience that I've had through my 24-hour period, it's very slightly mildly irritating. Like what kind of message does this send to me to want to listen to you if I saw you like berate another player in real time? You're lucky I didn't just remove you. Perhaps I should have, and if they continue at any point after that, I will dump them. I'm not afraid of doing that. I've done it. I've only felt like I've had to remove a person from the party, like forcibly, like no warning, just once. It's very rare. Rock'em sock'em robots. That's right, friend. I do have chivalry back up, so we got to keep that in mind, that is a mechanic that exists. Another sip of OJ. I am getting hit repeatedly with the crit. Do I have Sentinel back? I do. I think that we may not have gotten a lot of mileage out of that, but that's okay. Yep. We'll... Got about 30 to 45 minutes left in me. If we get close and people want to keep going, I'll try to ret myself. Got to make sure that we keep throwing out these flashes. If for no other reason, that it allows us to farm up divine magic skill. All right, we'll aim for then. This party has been good. Some people have been a little bit spicier than I would have preferred in different interpretations of that word. But it's overall, like, the pace has been fine. We're going from, what was it? For sure, we're gonna get at least halfway into 48. So we went to 46 to 48, which at this point in the level range timeline is really good pacing. It's not like level 1 to 30, where if your party is like pretty on top of things, that you can level like 3 times regularly. We have an ad break that's about 90 seconds on average in about 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Though ads support me, I don't like them. You can avoid ads entirely and help the channel in a big way by subbing, which is free if you have Amazon Prime. But ultimately, as long as you're happy, that's what I care about. Isn't that right, audience? I would like to remind you that the Black Mage has 400 NP. And I dropped down to like sub orange / red. And sneak in a little bit of orange juice here too. Maybe I should just be glad. I should just be glad that they have such confidence in me to persevere, that I could just be allowed to go into like deep into red. Yeah, that's a headcanon that I like the most, so we're just gonna roll with that. Oh, this person, I think. Our Citadel is not my favorite place. I mean, it's dark and dreary, and the dirt is coarse and gets everywhere, or whatever the rest of the Soars meme is. But it does have a lot of convenient leveling spots for certain ranges. The we're gonna go on ad break. Apparently the dragoon is just randomly deciding that he's leaving. Okay, ad break time. I'll see you in 90 seconds on average. It's entirely possible. Alrighty. He said that we're leaving in like 45 minutes. That's enough time. If you're close to get, like, if you're even like 2k into it, you can get a level that way. Why would you leave this? I guess I did not. Oh my god. To think the guy would be leveling the entire time he's now looking for party is bonkers. This is also why I usually end up making my own party. We can... He is a... Yep. He done did. It didn't occur to me to check his sub job beyond seeing it was war because it was bizarre that it'd be anything but leveled. That's fine. I mean, we can do bats from here, or we could just park it. Whichever you guys want to do. I'm not partial. Yes, please, get me out of here. Just get me out. Just do me. Just send me. Just do me. Do me, please. Get me out. Get me out of here. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. Take care. See you again. Thank you. Oh my god, man. Where is he? Where is the Evelyn? That was crazy sauce, dude. I don't normally get escalated because I take very close care to never let myself get even remotely close to that point. But if there was any type of party, like just in terms of like people's like socio-cultural, you know, alpha mailing that they put towards like one another, it was gonna be that party. Like the thief was fine. Thief I had no issue with. Black mage didn't really talk. Ranger was totally fine. It was pretty much just a white mage that kept like setting me off, where she was like instantaneously bashing on the dragoon for having like an underleveled sub job. And like the dragoon like just deciding that he would rather disband suddenly instead of gaining experience. So he just opted to flag back up instead of just fucking writing it out and then looking for party afterward. Like, I get it. I do understand, like, putting myself in the different people's shoes, like, why they felt the way that they did. But it's a combination of, like, weird events. Let's check to see if we got any money. Do we have money? We do. Look at that, man. 9K is some big dollary dues. Do we get any other garbage that we can vendor off? Okay, we're gonna vendor out some stuff. If you're new to the channel and you like what you've seen, you know, you've enjoyed the ride so far, clicking the follow button that's below not only updates you when I'm around, it helps the algorithm find others who might like this stuff too. I have not given up on Dark Paladining. One, because I am dealing with whatever sunk cost fallacy, that's what it's called. Where I've spent money on greatswords that I probably will not. This music's gonna go hard. I have to change it. It's gonna mind flood me. There we go. Okay. Just gonna vendor off all this shit. I cannot be fucked. 69 for that one. Nice. We're gonna go to Windurst, everyone's favorite vegetable palace is apparently what my brain wanted me to contextualize it as. And then go to the Mog House there and then fucking log. And by log, I mean first find another Final Fantasy XI enjoyer that I can send all 8 million of you to. And just really put some severe strain on the Twitch server's capacity. Thief me. If anyone has any, if you're new to this game or you're thinking about playing it, and you have any question, literally at all, about any of it, I should be able to help you, at least marginally or modestly. I have not partaken in a lot of endgame activities or things that would be qualified as such as hyper notorious monsters, which are giant monsters that typically drop something hyper rare that naturally occur somewhere in the world every typically like 24-hour period or something. And I have not participated in Dynamis, which is like an end game nightmare zone that you pay $1 million dues to enter to also get a ton of rare stuff, like raid type shit. I could tell you perhaps more than you would ever want to know about cooking, such as like the ebbs and flows of like different types of food, different broad recommendations for types of food, like depending on what your job is cooking worth it? And I would argue yes, if you feel like dealing with like stonks. Like Final Fantasy XI stonks. That's basically all cooking is just watching, is like accounting for very minute changes in the market over and over and over again, anticipating them, and then basically cashing out when you see that like a certain type of food is going to crash. Probably I used to be one of those like believers that was big on like you should only undersell a little bit, because if you're not familiar with how the auction house works, it's a blind auction where you don't know what something is being sold for. But if you happen to pay equal to or more than the amount at which it is being offered the least, then you get that item from whatever person it is, even if it's not the actual price. So if you sell something for 4,000, the buyer, the potential buyer, does not see that it costs 4,000. They just see that X number is available. If someone prices it, someone else tries to sell the same thing at 4,100, and you try to buy it guessing that it's worth 5,000 based off of like what it was last sold for, the person who put it up for the least amount is the one that gets a sale. So because you put it up for 4,000 and they put it up for 4,100, and a buyer is just putting out there that they're willing to buy it for 5,000, you then get the 5,000 gil, even if you put it up for 4,000. It's an incredibly confusing auction experience that you just have to accept at face value. It's like math. If you try to understand why it works the way that it does, you're just going to go insane. All you have to know is that 2 + 2 = Batman symbol, and then that's it. And you just don't let yourself think about it any more than that. That's because I'm curious. We're not gonna have enough time to go into another party, but I'm just curious. There is no one that I recognize. Just curious, I'm just glancing. I just do be glancing. Anyway, so they bison steaks used to be, which are like a mid-high to high level food that is all in on the attack. Like if you want to hit something like super fucking hard, bison steak is like a good thing to eat when you're like 60 plus, when you can actually get like the most mileage out of the bonuses that it offers. It is 8,000. It takes and still takes about 2,000 in order to make one bison steak. So that's a 6,000 gil profit margin, which is fucking crazy. That's extremely high for cooking. For cooking, that is very high. So in order to stop the market from crashing like crazy, ideally you would want people trying to undersell each other by little bits at a time. Like maybe 100, 200, 300 if they're feeling like really aggressive under the limit. Well, because of various testing that I was doing, I was discovering that people were selling their stuff for like 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 below the actual price, because I was putting myself up for like increasingly lower amounts to gauge if they were selling or not. And then when I saw somebody else sell theirs, I was like, holy shit, I'm selling like 1,500 below. These people are crazy, because all it takes is one person calling the bluff and trying to buy at some number that should be ridiculous and actually achieving it. And then after that, it causes this mass panic where everyone's pulling off their bison steaks and then relisting them for like, again, like 1,000, 1,500 under the new price that was already 1,500 plus underneath what it was last time, to the point that like 2-3 days later, you then have people that do be buying the bison steaks for like 3,000 gil. Like it didn't have to be like this. So instantaneously,
more gold is required.
Your warriors have engaged the enemy.
Potion seller, enough of these games.
So instantly, that turned me into the Joker, and I realized that it's about the message. So now I have become what I hate, and it is profitable, granted, but it's disgusting.
My potions are too strong for you, traveler.
Oh hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Okay, if you are beholden to at all, now is the time to follow me. I'm going to look up another individual to whom I'm going to send you all. Next stream is going to be Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard or regional equivalent. We're going to be playing Tears of the Kingdom at God's respected resolution of 1440p, aka Quad HD, up to 60 frames per second. It depends on whether my computer melts down in the process. Let me find a Final Fantasy XI streamer. I'm looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it ever since I picked it up, and got it to successfully emulate without running like ass. Legally, Nintendo, by the way. I'll be playing New Starcher. Is that's not out, isn't it? Is it the 17th? Oh, Wednesday. That's right. Fucking, oh my god, my brain is fried. Yes, please do tell me about it. Let's send you over to solo. Let's send you over to the soccer. I haven't sent anyone over to him in a while. / raid the soccer 6. Once you get in there, do me a huge favor and just say hi. Makes the streamer feel engaged, it makes them feel good, and that makes me feel good, and so we all feel good. Alrighty, I press the button. You should be getting some kind of prompt. If you don't, then I'm going to send you over anyway. Thank you so much for being out here. I will see you Wednesday. You have yourself just the best day ever. Goodbye.